Okay, yeah.
Stage Canaday?
Yeah, it's tough out there. I knew it was going to come down to seconds, and it did. Less than a minute off the trials qualifier. I thought I was going to drop out at mile 18. I felt so bad. Just my fitness, you know, the hips were pretty tight. It's kind of in no man's land. We had a nice pack of like 4 guys going for the about 109 split at the half, but we disintegrated right at 12 miles. So it's kind of by myself. There's a nice little pack up there running 2:17 pace, so I couldn't go with it. I just didn't have the fitness. So no excuses. It's great weather, great organization. I just felt a little short.
What's next?
I might try to jump into another marathon this spring. Try to go off that trials qualifier still before I go back to trail ultras.
Yeah, how do you? Are those like two completely different things?
What? They are. Especially my last race was a 100-mile ultra, which was also a disaster, but it really tightens up the hips and it works your legs differently, so the mechanics and the speed is just tough. There's my coach, Sandy.
100-mile ultra.
She coached me to 2:19 though, off of 15 weeks after UTMB.
So 100-mile ultra, how many?
Run. Golden.
Hi.
Johnson.
Nice to meet you.
Your girlfriend Sandy, nice favor, yeah.
So has she always coached you, or you just started coaching him?
Just started, although doesn't always listen to me.
I don't always listen to her, so I need to do more hip drills.
Sounds like a good relationship.
Yeah, she's very supportive. Just my hips got stiff, so really, I love letsrun.com though. Great website. You're an inspiration, Weldon.
Thank you. So seriously, a 100-mile race, I don't understand it. What pace you averaging?
Well, I haven't done well at my 100-milers.
Okay, 50 miles. Let's go back.
Yeah,
50 milers.
50 milers with 10,000 feet of climbing, you could run 7:20 pace, like the North Face or Lake Sonoma.
Averaging.
Yeah,
counting
on a single track
counting
trail
stops
with 10,000 feet of climbing. Yeah, including aid station stops because you got to eat and hydrate and carry. You usually carry a 20-ounce handheld, maybe a belt full of gels.
Belt sounds like not a real runner.
Wow, it works your legs differently. So a lot of guys who run 2:20 in the marathon do really well.
So if you do, you never just stop. You're always moving.
Oh no, you stop. You got to go to the bathroom sometimes. You're puking sometimes. You eat quite a bit, and especially 100K and longer, you got to eat quite a bit.
When you're running, what pace are you usually running? Really flat.
You could split. I've split sub 6-minute miles at Western States before I imploded in the heat with a full pack on. UTMB will go out sub 6 pace, but you don't maintain it. If you maintain 10-minute mile pace in 100 and a mountainous 100 like UTMB, you'll win. But it doesn't feel. It's pretty intense.
What do you mean 10 minutes? Because you're going uphill, or 10 minutes?
Because you're doing like 200 feet of climbing, 300 feet of climbing.
But let's say the last mile of a 100-miler, if it's flat, what's the guy running?
You have to look at like what Tim Tolson or one of those guys at UTMB did. Probably 6:30.
So they're back running.
It feels like a sprint though at that point because you're so tired. You've been running all night. 100 milers are a different beast. I like the 50Ks, 50 miles. If it's runnable, it correlates better to road marathon training and speed. But
how do you do training?
I have a lot of long runs. You do 50K long runs on the trails, but pretty relaxed, and then just general marathon training is great usually for transitioning up to runnable stuff. For the steep mountain stuff, you got to practice power hiking in the mountains, climbing mountains, getting at altitude, things like that.
All right.